What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming. I'm the Mike here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Jeff Grossman Coaching Dynasty here on NCAA 14, using that college football revamp, of course, and we got a good one in store for you guys. Yet another doubleheader in store. We got Purdue, we got Michigan, but right now let's talk about our guys for a quick minute, right? We are currently undefeated, 5-0, 2-0 in conference play. We're ranked number 17 in the nation, and Lee Corso is going to be rocking with us. We are looking pretty darn good as of right now. 5 straight wins to get the season started, but this next couple of episodes going to be a little bit gauntlet. We got Purdue, who is a solid football team, and then we got Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State. But if we can get through this gauntlet unscathed, I think truly anything is possible. So that being said, it's going to be a good one. I hope you're excited for it, and if you are, I really encourage you to go ahead and smash that like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you have to be brand new. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll see if we can go 2-0 in this episode. Let's rock and roll, boys. Alright, man, so we do end up receiving the ball first. Let's go ahead, we can get this game off on a right now as Panay Boone getting a little bit of space to work with to start this game out. Nice little gain of 5 to start us off. And it will go ahead and set up a play action for us right over the middle to Dino Tomlin. I really rock with that name quite a bit. I love what he's been doing on the field these past few games, man. He gets us going. Our first down of his ball game, man. As we throw over the middle, Raheem Jarrett. We all know that Raheem Jarrett is an absolute stud as well. Almost a first down. Off to a good start so far this year. 430 yards, a few touchdowns to go with it as well. As Tulia dropping back again. Going to go ahead and just check it down to Panay Boone, who was wide butt naked open. So we'll go ahead and take those 7 yards, no problem whatsoever. But we do have a long third down coming for us, trying to pick up the first as we throw over the middle, looking for Raheem Jarrett again, and it's another first down for our offense, man. Let's go, baby. So a 3rd and long coming for us as Tulia drops back, looking to the left, finds Raheem Jarrett, but he cannot reach that first down marker, though. But you already know what time it is, man. Scared money don't make money. We're going to go for it because our head coach will actually allow us to do that. And we find Dejuan McDoodle over the middle of the field. It's a 19-yard gain. And it sets up a goal line situation as we try to go ahead and get this thing punched into the end zone. Play action. Looking. Breaks a tackle. Now going to go ahead and scramble. Makes a cut, and he's in the end zone. Okay, Tulia, I see you. I see you, my guy. Wait to break the tackle and find the end zone in the process. And that's how we will end up striking first. We're up 7-0 on the Purdue Boilermakers. As Raheem Jarrett looks to get this team going. He gets another nice catch downfield. Already 50 yards in this game. And we're not even through the end of this first quarter yet. As we continue to go to Raheem Jarrett, he almost breaks that tackle. He's going to end up being spun down, but another big catch downfield, man. 18 yards. We're slicing this offense pretty well, or at least the defense pretty well, as we continue to find Raheem Jarrett. Just Purdue simply does not have an answer for this guy right now. Dude is an absolute stud. He is the best wide receiver in college football, at least in our dynasty this season. That is a hill that I am willing to die on as Dino Tomlin drops a first down, bro. And that was the first incompletion of Tulia Tagovailoa. He was playing 7-on-7 to this point. So now a 4th and 8 going to go ahead. Throw to Dino Tomlin. We go back to him and pays us well with a diving grab. And I thought that Dino Tomlin actually got into the end zone. I don't know how he didn't get in there. Not that it affects us, but this is really interesting, We still get the touchdown anyway. Tulia gets his 2nd rushing TD of this ball game. And we're off to a fantastic start here in this first quarter. Up 14-0 so far. But this Purdue defense still clamping down our running game a little bit. OC Brothers actually blows that play up in the backfield. So trying to go for it on a 3rd and 15. We do find Dejuan McDougal, who makes a man miss. It's a race down the sideline. He will end up being caught though. But we are right back in Purdue territory as it sets up a jet sweep over to the left-hand side. Got some space to work with. Picks up a gain of 6. Able to get to the outside and use that athleticism that we have on this offense. We'll see if we can pick up the first down, though. 3rd and 3. Tulia going to try to go with the load option, but that ends up being contained by Joe Anderson, who gets us down for a loss. And so, 4th and 3 coming up. Going to go for it here. Tulia dropping back. Trying to throw it, but he runs out of time. And just look at that spin move by Fox. Doesn't give us a ton of time to work with. Just a long developing play that never came into fruition, so we had to give the ball back to Purdue. But Purdue still hasn't done anything. They still have not scored in this ball game as of yet. So now, 2nd and 1 coming. Tulia ready to get under center. Going to go ahead. He's going to hand it off to Panay Boone over the middle, and it does go for a first down. Only need a couple of yards, and Panay does manage to pick up 3. Is this a fresh set of downs for Maryland? Going to go ahead. Trying to get it to the outside, but Tulia got a little bit stuck and was forced to bounce it back inside. Did still manage to pick up a gain of 7, though, so we'll gladly take that, no problem. But it sets up Panay Boone, another. Actually, no, that was Isaiah Jacobs that had that carry. He's been getting a few carries in this ball game. Still has negative yards rushing, though, from that big loss he had earlier. But at least the rest of the offense is moving pretty well. Raheem Jarrett gets himself another catch. And with a full game's worth of stat line, we're not even done with the first half yet. Raheem basically just needs one more catch in order to get to 100 yards once again. You love to see that for sure. As we continue to march down this field, 3:20 left to play here in this first half. Tulia goes to the left, finds Panay Boone. He's going to try to plow himself forward through 2 separate guys. It doesn't even matter, though. My man is strong in the weight room. This Purdue defense don't know nothing about that as we try to throw to Isaiah Jacobs, but he goes out of bounds before we can cut it forward. So a 4th and 6 coming up here. Going to try to set up a halfback screen. I think we might have the space for it, but we cannot pick up the first down, though. And once again, another really long drive that we had. We got the first downs, but we don't leave with points. So gotta try to finish these drives a little bit better. The last 2 not going our way. As we got less than a minute left to play here in this first half. Gonna try to get some more points before we go into the locker room. Tulia going to scramble. He's got some space down the sideline, and it is brought down at about the 40-yard line, but a big run for our quarterback. Is now 2nd and 10. Tulia dropping back, throws to the left, finds Dejuan McDougal, and is good for a gain of 14 on there. And now we got ourselves a 2nd and 7 as Tulia drops back again, looking to throw deep. He's got a man, but it's intercepted at the last second by Brandt. And that's just a great play by the safety, man. We had our guy open. Just great range to get back and make a great play on the football. Could have been a little bit better throw with the, maybe could have gone a little bit more back shoulder. But, I mean, you don't expect every safety to make that kind of play. And that's what safeties do. He certainly did his job. So we're still only up 14-7 here as we now get ourselves into the second half. It's important that we start to pull away a little bit because Purdue is more of an offensive school, and they can score points at any given moment. So we want to make sure that we can get some points on the board ourselves. Is now 2nd and 6 coming up here. Tulia under shotgun, got a 4 wide set. Dropping back, finds Dejuan McDougal on the slant pattern. Just barely reaches that first down marker as Dejuan McDougal is closing in on 100 yards receiving as well. We might not have two 100-yard receivers in this ball game, but we still have plenty of football that is still left to be played. Is now 2nd and 3. Going to be looking at Rakeem Jarrett here as we set ourselves up. We got the slant that we want, and Rakeem Jarrett quickly makes the catch for us. And that will indeed put Rakeem Jarrett over 100 yards. But he doesn't have any touchdowns yet until right now. Rakeem Jarrett bodying somebody into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland. Rakeem Jarrett, man, I will tell you what. He is one bad man. And this offense continues to rumble and stumble downfield. Triple option, more known for the running, but knowing that we have like the talent on the outside as well as that quarterback, I didn't want to just try to run it all the time. I wanted to make sure that we've got plenty of passing opportunities for Tua Tagovailoa. And I mean, since we've been here overall, it's been working pretty well. I mean, a Cotton Bowl appearance last season. That's another touchdown, by the way, for Panay Boone. That makes it 28-7. That's the first rushing score for him in this game. So up 28-10. Let's see if we can make sure we can secure ourselves a little 30 burger before this game is all said and done. As Panay Boone taking number 26 for a little bit of a ride. That's Callaway. Gotta hit that weight room, little guy. You ain't ready for Panay Boone. He's a bruiser, not the fastest guy, but he will punch you in the throat if you ain't ready for it, though. As it gives us some time to go ahead and run some time off the clock here. But you know what I'm trying to do. Let's see if we can get another run in with Panay Boone. He's going to take it up the gut. He's got some space to work with. And a big 14-yard gain. Huge first down for Maryland. As it sets up a 2nd and 7. As Tulia sets up play action. Looks to his right. Trying to scramble. Looks to it. He's going to go ahead and run for it. But he fumbles the football. And Carelifs is able to stumble upon it, man. That's a tough look. As Tulia got past the defender. At least I thought we did. But probably should have slid down in all retrospect. But Purdue cannot take advantage. So we're still up 28-10 as we do see Purdue send that blitz over in our direction. But at the same time, though, we already know what time it is. I mean, we had the perfect play call. But that being said, Tulia looking over the left-hand side. And I have absolutely no idea who Tulia was trying to throw that football to. I'm going to be honest with you. Absolutely no idea. Probably should have tried to throw this thing away. But, I mean, it is what it is. Can't have these kind of turnovers. But, I mean, we still won pretty convincingly overall. Tulia actually does get named player of the game as well. And this game right here will, at the very least, make sure that we're bowl eligible. Got there a little bit quicker than we did last year. Still undefeated, matter of fact. But that being said, we got to get ready for what's coming up ahead. We're going to start our gauntlet here really soon. But let's go ahead and check out the stats for our guys first before we even worry about any of that. Alright, man, so that second half could have certainly been better for us, but still, a win is a win at the end of the day, and we notch another one. Winning pretty convincingly against Purdue, which is really nice to see. Got over 200 yards through the air as well as on the ground as well. Those free turnovers that basically all happened in the second half, a little bit disturbing, but we did dominate the time possession, and that really, helps us make sure that we get these commanding wins like we just did here in the first part of this episode. Now taking a deeper dive at the stats for our guys, let's check out Tua Tagovailoa. He was pretty efficient for the most part, 21 for 28, 288 yards passing, 1 touchdown, but did have those 2 interceptions in the second half. First one, not necessarily on him. That was just a real good play by the safety. Second one was a dumbass throw. Let's just be honest with ourselves real quick. Not a good idea, but he was still pretty good overall at quarterback. Plus, Not to mention Tagovailoa did find the end zone 2 times on the ground too. He had 16 carries for 54 yards. But Panay Boone becomes a 100-yard rusher for us. 25 carries, 116 yards, and a tub. And for those free rushing touchdowns for the Maryland Terps, help us carry ourselves over to Purdue Boilermakers. But let's not forget about our receivers real quick, though. Raheem Jarrett is just a certified dude. 9 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown. I'm actually surprised he does not have an impact star. I'm sure that's going to happen pretty soon, just how good this guy has been. Not to mention Dejuan McDougal. He's up to a 91 overall as well. 4 catches, 80 yards. He's been really good for this Maryland Terrapin squad as well. But with that being said, though, this Michigan team that we're about to face is built different. Ranked number 7 in the country. They got A+ across the board. This is going to be even more. This is going to be our biggest challenge yet in this entire season. Lee Corso is going to be riding with them. They have the number 4 ranked attack, or at least offensive attack in college football, and a top 10 defense to go with it as well. But we are at home. We did beat these guys last year. I know we're more than capable of getting the job done, because this is a team that the only real test that they have is technically UNLV. But they are in the Mountain West, so, I mean, we're their biggest, well, they think we are their biggest test, but we'll see what we can do against the number 7 team in the nation. If we can win this game, that would really help us out as we get ready to go through this gauntlet. Let's get it done, fellas. Alright, man, so the Big Ten East is never an easy division to win. But if you want to be the best, you gotta beat the very best as well. And so, starting our gauntlet to figure out if we deserve that opportunity to go to the conference championship game. We're starting that joint right now, man. So let's go ahead and see our offense go to work. Tulia looking around, gonna try to get it out to his receiver, but it's going to be incomplete. We had him open, but just couldn't deliver a good ball out to him. So now a 3rd and 5 coming up. Going to set up a little bit easier of a pass in Isaiah Jacobs, who cuts it downfield and picks up a 10-yard gain. And it is good for a first down. Maryland fans are rocking with that. It's now 1st and 10. Tulia dropping back. Looks to his right. Finds Dejuan McDougal for a 14-yard gain. And first possession of the game so far, looking pretty good, all things considered. As we go ahead, hand it off to Eric Webb now, the fullback, rumbling and bumbling for a gain of 9. And a critical 3rd and short coming our way as Tulia under center, gonna take it on the pitch. Does it get the first down? No! Gonna be just short, but we're gonna go for it here. Taking on the number 17 in the nation. We cannot play on 4th and inches. And Eric Webb is able to go ahead and pick up that first down for us here. Is now a couple plays later. 2nd and 10. Tulia dropping back. He's looking around. Can't find anybody to get open. He's going to try to run forward, but he fumbles the football. And we turn it over. Trying to get past that linebacker. It can't quite happen for us here, man. As I thought we were going to get that block from Isaiah Jacobs, but that just simply did not happen. Thankfully, Michigan was not able to take advantage. So this game is still knotted up. Still looking for somebody to score. Let's just see if we can be the team that gets the first points on the board. Is now 2nd and 2 coming up. Tulia under center, getting ready to go ahead, go to work. He's going to go ahead, move it to the outside. Tulia got some space and picks up a gain of 12. So a nice first down for us as we're back into Michigan territory. Well, the last time that we were down here, we didn't get anything. Let's see if we can change that. Here's Panay Boone. Does end up taking a shot, but refuses to fumble that football, though. Is now 3rd and 3. Tulia looking to pitch it out to the right-hand side, looking for the first down, and we will not end up getting there. But we will try to go ahead go for the first down. Tulia dropping back. Looks over the middle, and what a dot! Corey Dykes down the center of the field, and the Maryland Terrapins strike first, baby. Power up the Terps, baby. Look at this dot over to Corey Dykes. That was a tight window. And Tulia Tagovailoa finds a way to get it through there. Is now next drive. Michigan does end up responding with a touchdown of their own. They were one of the best offenses in all of college football coming to this game, man. So if we're going to win, we're most likely going to have to win this thing in a shootout. I'm not expecting our defense to be lights out here. So our offense, it's all up to them. I know if they're capable of doing it. We'll see if we can put it all together in this game. As 1st and 10, going to go ahead and hand it off. No, it's a pitch over to Panay Boone. And, man, I thought that play was going to be absolutely blown up. I'm actually shocked that we found a way to get 6 yards on that. I thought we were going to get absolutely demolished in the backfield, but thankfully that didn't happen. As we got one more play before the end of this first quarter, we use it to get it out to Dejuan McDougal, who picks up 15. As that does wrap up the first quarter, we're tied up at 7. And now we find ourselves moving on to the second quarter as Panay Boone does manage to go ahead, pick up a gain of 5. So now, second down coming up. Actually, make it 3rd and short. As now, Tulia drops back, looking for the first down marker. He's looking for somebody to get open. Doesn't find it until very late. What a dot to Dejuan McDougal. We're going to get ourselves to the line quickly. Make sure that play is not reviewed. But still trying to find the end zone a few plays later, but not having to wait too much longer. Another touchdown for the Terrapins. And Tulia Tagovailoa, man, out here balling. 8 for 9, 100 yards and 2 TDs to get started. This is exactly the kind of performance that I was expecting from a senior quarterback. But we know we need more than 14 points on the board. And this defense can do a thing or two as well. As we'll go play action on 2nd and 15. Tulia, left-hand side, finds Rakeem Jarrett again. He hangs on and makes the catch. Almost gets to that first down marker, just a yard shy. We'll see if we can load option our way to that first down marker. As Tulia's just going to go ahead and run forward. I mean, you only need a yard, so why worry about going to the left when you can just punch it right through that way? So another first down for the Terrapins as we try to pick up another 3rd and 6. This time we find Marcus Fleming Jr. in triple coverage. But Tulia found a way to get it through. Another first down for the Terrapins. As we pitch it out to the left-hand side, it's Dino Tomlin. He's going to get his hands on the football and doing a nice job carrying it too. We don't use Dino Tomlin that much, but whenever he does get on the field, he always seems to be making some kind of play for us. I'm hardly going across with the, he's hardly disappointing us, So now we got 2nd and 12 coming up. We're going to go ahead, run it up the right-hand side. Going to get it out to Panay Boone, who at least gets us a little bit past the original line of scrimmage. But now, 3rd and 7 coming up. We're going to see if we can pick up this first down. Tulia dropping back. Looks to the right, but it's broken up at the last second. And we did have to settle for a field goal. But still, honestly, man, doing a pretty good job. 17-7 so far. Looking to see if we can take a commanding lead before the end of the first half. Looking over the middle, but it's going to be intercepted. Trying to throw on the run. Just did not see that safety as he was able to cut in front of that throw. And Michigan will actually end up responding with a touchdown. So now we're only up by 3. Let's see if we can right the ship a little bit before we go into the locker room. As now we got 2nd and 10 coming up. Going to try to run this deep concept. Looking at you, Dino. Over the middle. Got a man, but Dino drops it. And it leads to another intercepted. And I might have jinxed Dino Tomlin. That drop was able to get Michigan the score that they needed. And now, not only is Michigan ahead, but Tulia Tagovailoa does end up getting hurt as well. And because he strained his shoulder, we now have David Faust for the rest of his game. And the team is just falling apart right now. 3 consecutive turnovers, dude. And it's been an ugly game. And now Michigan has a 10-point lead. This is a really important part for us to make sure this game doesn't get out of hand. We need to respond here, and this is exactly the opposite of what we were looking for. What is going on with our team right now? David Faust has hardly been in the game, and he's already fumbled the ball twice. That is absolutely insane right now. This is reminding me of the Bengals game against the 49ers, especially that first half. And yet, except for the fact that the defense is getting all the breaks right now. And it's, really benefiting Michigan. They are now with a commanding lead right now, up by 17 in the fourth quarter too. So now let's go ahead and go to work. 2nd and 7 coming through. Faust dropping back, throws to the right-hand side, but he also gets intercepted, and this could be trouble. Is this going to be a pick 6? He only has a couple of tackles to beat. Finally bring him down, but jeez, David. And I don't know what's going on. Like, the corner ran his route. We trying to get it to Dejuan McDougal. The team's just falling apart, and there's just no answer right now. We're getting out of our comfort zone. Gotta go ahead and play, basically abandon the run game, it seems like, as we try to go deep for Marcus Fleming. And Fleming actually comes down with it, man. That's what we needed. Now we gotta go quick. Now we gotta get some points on the board. Let's make it happen, man. Dropping back. Faust, right-hand side, finds Panay Boone, who does end up getting lit up like a Christmas tree. And a 7-yard gain as a result of it. It's now 2nd and 3. David dropping back. He's looking around, trying to make something shake, and it's intercepted again. Why are you making that throw, Faust? He's trying to make a little too much happen. And it's just been a rough day ever since we taken that 17-7 lead. They come back, and they have, like 27 unanswered points, it seems like. With 7 turnovers, certainly. There's simply a lot going on right now that I am not liking. Not what I'm seeing. But let's see if we can turn it around here. We just got to focus. We can't worry about getting everything back on one play. Just got to focus up. Oh, my goodness. Dino Tomlin, you got to make that catch for me, man. And we're just not. Like, David Faust is not making good decisions, but he's not getting help either. Maybe the screen will get us right here a little bit, as Isaiah Jacobs will pick up 18 yards there for the first down. But yeah, man, 1st and 10, not where we want to be. We just got to focus on this drive. Let's come out. Let's get some points on this drive as Raheem Jarrett comes down with a diving grab. Oh, my. We needed that one in the worst way. As we'll rush our boys to the line, another 1st and 10. Got a matchup with Raheem Jarrett. We're going to go ahead and exploit it. And it's another 15-yard gain as a result of it. We'll see if maybe this is the spark that our offense need our team to come through if you want to make this kind of comeback. Even though we shouldn't be in this position in the first place. 7 turnovers, dude. Like, I have never played this badly in an NCAA 14 game. Even when I've had walk-ons, I've took care of the football better than what we're doing right now. We're just making some dumb decisions, man. Like, straight up and down. But we can't worry about it anymore. Just going to try to pick up this first down. That's all you can really do. Trying to get it out to Raheem Jarrett again, but that actually gets batted down. Nice little deflection there, as it leads to a 2nd and 10. David dropping back, looks to the left, finds Raheem Jarrett quickly. Almost manages to get himself to that first down marker, but will be marked just shy of the sticks. As we only need 1 yard for the first down. So we get it out to Panay Boone, who's going to fight forward. almost managing to get himself into the end zone. But 18 yards. We're going to be just shy. As we really need to punch it in here. Let's see if we can make it happen. Boone. Outside. Touchdown. Maryland. So we're still down by 10. And we need our defense to come through. But we're not done yet. We're going to keep fighting. Even though we may be having one of the, arguably, the worst game that I have played. Not only in this Dynasty, but in the history of this YouTube channel, man. I cannot remember a time where I played worse than this in a game. Especially as a coordinator where I literally just have one job. But Michigan does end up scoring. So it's back up to a 17-point game. We're going to try to throw it out quickly. And we find Raheem Jarrett down the sideline. Brought down at about the 10-yard line. Huge gain. As we go ahead. Set up another 1st and 10. Getting guys to the line quickly. Looking to Fleming Jr., who does get himself out of bounds. Another 1st and goal for the Terrapins. Getting set up quickly. Hand off Panay Boone, who just goes completely straight forward. And it's another touchdown for Maryland. So a 41-31 game here. But it's going to be too little too late, though. All of those turnovers that we had absolutely killed us. We should have beaten the number 7 team in the nation. We had them right where we wanted them. And we just absolutely collapsed here in the second half. We lose 48-31. This is a tough pill to swallow, man, because this is a game that we could have certainly won. But the turnovers killed us. And as a result, we have our first loss of the season. All because of that. Well, guys, I'm not a football coach, but I can tell you for sure that 7 turnovers will not win you any football games. I mean, it's not even like we, didn't force turnovers ourselves. Our defense got 3 turnovers for us. We just completely fell apart in the second half, especially after Tulia Tagovailoa, left the game. He was out with a shoulder strain, so we didn't even have him for some of his thing, but it was rough to watch, to be honest with you. I mean, Tulia had 2 interceptions. David Faust also had 2 interceptions as well. It's just not a good look for our team when you have 7 turnovers at the end of the day. But if you think and that's not the thing. Like, we had 3 fumbles too. Tulia had a fumble. David Faust, he's not a scrambling quarterback. He's a pocket passer. He's really not meant for running the option attack that we want to run here. He had 2 fumbles as well, but Panay Boone did get into the end zone twice for us. 22 carries, 54 yards. Is a shame, though, that we did kind of have to go ahead and abandon that running game. Not something that I wanted to do, but something that we did have to do nonetheless. But the receivers did what they could. We did have 2 100-yard receivers. Raheem Jarrett, 8 catches, 122 yards, and a touchdown. Marcus Fleming Jr. also had over 100 yards. Corey Dyksel got a catch for us. What is his only catch of the day, but it was the first touchdown that we scored. And what sucks is that we had a commanding lead. Like, we were up 17-7, but we just the turnovers allowed Michigan not only to win, but win pretty convincingly over us. And I mean, it's a tough pill to swallow, but we just got to keep moving along and hope for the best. So while we will still end up remaining in the top 25, our schedule does not get any easier. Next episode, our gauntlet continues. On the road, gotta play against the number 7th ranked team in the nation in Penn State. They're also undefeated right now, chasing a national championship. And not to mention Ohio State. They're 5-1 too. Like I said, man, it's going to be a really difficult challenge for us, man. I hope that we're ready for it. But in the meantime, if you did enjoy today's episode, I do need you guys to go ahead and do me a favor. Smash that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.